Can you solve all these computer network questions? Sixth layer. Good thinking. Data link is right. Fifth layer. You're right. Network is correct. Seventh layer. Great thinking. Physical is right. NIC connected dash. Right choice. Both is best. What do you need, internet? Nice work. Computer fits perfectly. Switch works in dash layer. Nice selection. Data link layer is correct. Which layer is up located? Excellent choice. Transport is right. Computer-based training is a... Good job. Educational product works well. D layer of OC model named as... Well done. Network layer is right. Which layer protocol is SNMP? Perfect. Application layer is the one TCP and IP are mainly used for. Right again? Network communication is valid. In which layer does CP happen? Smart pick. Transport layer is correct. Which layer does SEEP operate on? You chose transport. Correct. A home network is an example of. Excellent. LAN is well reasoned. Which one is local area network? Smart move. LAN is accurate answer. Which is not a form of security. Solid response. Confidential security is valid. Which layer are packets found on? Strong choice. Transport is right. Network layer is dash layer of OSI. Clear logic. 3 is sound. What is a client server managed by? You got it. Server fits. Network designed for a town or city. Valid point. Man is true. Who directs packets around a network? Exactly. Router makes sense. Flow control in OC model is done by. Bravo. Data link is the answer. Network layer protocol exits in dash. Great job. Host is accurate. A packet filter firewall filters at. Nicely done. Network layer is solid. Which layer splits data into packets? Correct. Transport layer is spot on. PPP Ethernet protocols are dash layer. On track. Data link is correct. Where was the second computer located? Sharp thinking. Stanford is right. Another name of computer antivirus is... Correct response. Vaccine is accurate. Network protocols are divided into dash. Well reasoned. Layers is correct. Is the traffic policeman of a network? Well picked. Network layer is correct. In which protocol layer does POP happen? Smart move. Application layer is accurate answer. IPsec is designed to provide security at. Good job. Network layer works well. DSP server provides dash to the client. Great job. IP address is accurate. Which is not a layer in the TCP/IP PEEP model. Well picked. Transmission is correct. Switch works on which layer of OC model? Exactly, data layer makes sense. Which is the largest network in the world? Nice selection. Internet is correct. What year was the computer mouse invented? Well reasoned. 1960s correct. Each device on a network is known as what? Excellent. Node is well reasoned. Virtual Terminal Protocol is an example of? Perfect. Application layer is the one. Transmission media belongs to which layer? Great thinking. Physical is right. Every device connected to a network has an. Strong choice. IP address is right. This P2P network is an IP telephony service. Good thinking. Skype is right. Which of following is harmful for computer? Nice work. Virus fits perfectly. After the application layer comes dash layer. On track? Presentation is correct. Which layer of the OC model includes VLANs? Correct response. Data link is accurate. Transmission media lie below the dash layer. You got it. Physical fits. Below are the advantages of a network except smart pick. Information security is correct. How is information encoded in the computer? You chose representation media, correct? Which type of computer is 100% virus-proof? You're right. None is correct. The MAC sublayer resides in which OC layer? Right choice. Data link is best. What was the name of the first computer game? Correct. Space War is spot on. When was the first digital computer invented? 1937 is true. Which is the first layer of the TCP/IP model? Bravo. Application is the answer. A device operating at network layer is called? Right again. Repeater is valid. At which layer do network cables function at? Clear logic. Physical is sound. A worldwide network of interconnected networks. Solid response. Internet is valid. Which of these is a network layer protocol? Sharp thinking. EP is right. What was the first mechanical computer called? Nicely done. Difference engine is solid. A dash is any computer connected to a network. Excellent choice. Host is right. Each network interface controller has a unique. Well done. MAC address is right. What is the IPv6 equivalent of the subnet mask? Bravo. Prefix length is the answer. What network covers a large geographical area? Solid response. One is valid. Nemskys are used at dash level and Dobby or dash level. Well picked. Subnet. NIC is correct. Heap FTP are protocol of which OC model layer? Valid point. Applicational layer is true. The original copyright infringement P2P network? Good job. Napster works well. Dash device works on network layer of OC model. Excellent choice. Rotor is right. Dash is the subnet that the mobile node visits. Right choice. Foreign network is best. Viruses which executes when computer starts is. You're right. Boot sector is correct. The network layer issues request to which layer? Nicely done. Data layer is solid. In ARP, a packet is encapsulated directly into a. Exactly. Data link frame makes sense. PP provides the dash layer in the TCP/IP suite. Well reasoned. Link is correct. The ability of increased and expand the network. Excellent. Scalability, expandability is well reasoned. Name for a cable connecting devices on a network. You got it? Ethernet cable fits. What year was the first computer game introduced? Strong choice, 1962 is. Year of the history of computer networks rebuilt. You chose in 1990, correct? The network layer is concerned with dash of data. Well done. Packets is right. Ethernet is a protocol for data transmission in a. Smart pick. Wired network is correct. Which of the following is not a network protocol? Perfect. LAN is the one. Which network layer does a web browser operate at? Nice selection. Application is correct. Which level is the network layer in the OC model? Nice work. 3 fits perfectly. Network management via SNMP is based on a paradigm. On track. Managing agent is correct. Which of the following are network layer protocols? Correct response. EPI6 is accurate. Data in network layer is transferred in the form of. Great job. Packets is accurate. Not a platform for an interactive multimedia product. Smart move. House phone is accurate answer. And dash is the internal network for an organization. Right again. Intranet is valid. Which network layer do Wi-Fi and Ethernet operate at? Great thinking. Link is right. Which protocols support mobility for the network layer? Correct. Mobile EP is spot on. Which connector is used for up cabling on a network? Good thinking. RG45 is right. How many bits of data does a computer store binary in? Sharp thinking. 8 is right. Dash is a legal means of protecting an author's work. Clear logic. Copyright is sound. What type of network does the Ethernet system work in? Solid response. LAN is valid. Which of these are internet layer protocols? You chose EBIP. Which term describes the physical layout of a network? Valid point. Topology is true. What is the average uploading speed of 4G Lite network? Nicely done. 2 Mbps is solid. A type of audio in which the computer interprets notes. Right again. MIDI is valid. Software that supports a computer's basic functioning. Nice work. Operating system fits perfectly. Which was the first large-scale file sharing P2P network? Smart move. Gnutella is accurate answer. What is the main function of a peer-to-peer connection? Correct response. File sharing is accurate. The network layer responds to request from which layer? You're right. Transport layer is correct. Traffic can be secured over a network by applying what? Great job. Encryption is accurate. In what year was the first mechanical computer invented? Good job. 1822 work. Which network protocol will be used for banks' websites? Sharp thinking. Teeps is right. Simulations are computer-based models of dash situations. Well done. Real life is right. Which of the following can be used to protect a network? What? Great thinking. Firewall is right. What port number is Telnet? Excellent. TCP/23 is well reasoned. The network layer in OSI is represented in CPCP as dash. Perfect. Internet is the one. When computer virus starts to impact data, it is known as clear logic. Virus infection is sound. Dash is an insecure network service that runs via port 23. Bravo. Telnet is the answer. Which device allows us to communicate with other computer? You got it. Modem fits. And SQL injection attack would cause unauthorized access too. Excellent choice. Databases is right. Windows Firewall is a built-in host-based dash firewall. Exactly. Stateful makes sense. What was the network that became the basis of the internet? Correct. ARPANET is spot on. What does UDP depend on to move packets around the network? Well reasoned. IP is correct. Which of the following is not the layer of TCP/IP protocol? Good thinking. Physical layer is right. A virtual network is available within what type of network? Nice selection. LAN is correct. Data transmitted over a network is broken down into dash. Well picked. Packets is correct. What was the first government network to use TCP/IP protocol? Smart pick. ARPANET is correct. Which layer in the OSI model covers routing between networks? On track. Network is correct. Which device broadcasts any data to all devices on a network? Right choice. Hub is best. Computers on this network are over a large geographical area. Strong choice. One is right. Music and speech can be stored in the computer as dash files. Correct. Audio is spot on. Which of the following computer is able to handle multimedia? Nicely done. Multimedia computer is solid. Which network topology would you typically find in most homes? Smart pick. Star is correct. Which one of the following is not a function of network layer? On track. Error control is correct. For connecting two different network paths, dash device is used. Well reasoned. Bridge is correct. What port number is SNMP? RADIP 161 is true. Where does routing occur within the DOD-CPass IP reference model? Nice selection. Internet is correct. Which layer in the OSI model do MAC addresses and switches use? Bravo, data link is the answer. Which method is used to pass IPv6 traffic through IPv4 network? Nice work. 6-to-4 tunneling fits perfectly. Which 802.11 network has a maximum throughput of 11 Mbps dash? 802.11b is sound. Where does the user work with files and programs on a computer? Great job. RAM is accurate. What program is usually used to connect to a computer remotely? Strong choice. Remote desktop is right. What type of malware locks up your computer until you pay a fee? Correct response. Ransomware is accurate. A technique that marked the beginning of computer communications. You're right. Time sharing is correct. This P2P network provides security through blockchain technology. Solid response. Bitcoin is valid. A computer that gains itself of the services provided by servers. Well picked. Client is correct. To convert a conventional image to a digital image, dash is used. Excellent. Scanner is well reasoned. Is a software program that displays advertising on your computer. Perfect. Adware is the one. A term for individual computers and devices connected to a network. Great thinking. Node is right. A network that is centered around an individual is called a dash. Well done. Pan is right. Dash is the subnet the memon belongs to with respect to its IP address. You got it. Home network fits. In a Piconet, there can be up to dash parked nodes in the network. Smart move 255 is accurate answer. It is used to gather, process, and communicate own info and ideas. Right again. Different tools is valid. The attacker controlling a network of compromised devices known as. Sharp thinking. Botnet is right. Connects two network segments that have different subnet addresses. Good thinking. Router is right. The computer or device that is used for sending data is called dash. Excellent choice. Sender is right. Files your computer saves when you use the internet are called dash. Good job. Cookies works well. To prevent unwanted access from or to the network or server is dash. Right choice. Firewall is best. Dash defines the current location of the MIM from an EP point of view. Exactly. Care of address makes sense. Computer information represented through audio, video, and animation. You chose multimedia? Correct. Function of computer server in networking-oriented services includes. BRELENS is the answer. A program that can detect and remove viruses from computer is called. Right again. An antivirus is valid. Network address and port translation is also referred to as -NAT. Valid point. Dynamic is true. The first global computer network funded by the Department of Defense. Well reasoned. ARPA is correct. Which layer in the OC model includes the cable and network adapters? Nice work. Physical fits perfectly. Network that covers a broad area using leased telecommunication lines. Perfect. One is the one. Network that allows information to be shared between devices over LAN. Excellent. Ethernet is well reasoned. Which protocol is used to transfer files from one computer to another? Smart pick. FTP is correct. Which of the following layer of OC model, also called end-to-end layer? On track. Transport layer is correct. Dividing a network address into smaller networks can be called as dash. Nicely done. Subnetting is solid. Which protocol governs the transmission of data in a wireless network? Great job. Wi-Fi is accurate. The logical network address identifies a network segment called a dash. Excellent choice. Subnet is right. A device that can be used to connect dissimilar types of network is. Smart move. Gateway is accurate answer. What type of software app do you need on a computer to view web pages? Correct. Web browser is spot on. The protection of networking components, connections, and contents is. Well picked. Network security is correct. The network address of a host with an FP4 address of 172p16, 50p16 is. Sharp thinking. 172.16 is right. Dash is rules and procedures for communication between network devices. Exactly. Protocols make sense. On which layer of the OC does a circuit proxy filter firewall operate? Clear logic. Session is sound. To make a computer becomes a web server, this software could be installed. Nice selection. Apache is correct. What is the network address for the FV6 address 2001 EB DBA4 B5164? You chose 2001 DB84 B5 AK64, correct? Which of the following terms identifies a network based on a given name? The right choice. SID is best. What layer is responsible for moving data through the network connection? Correct response. Session layer is accurate. What is the minimum number of devices required for a functioning network? Solid response. 2 is valid. Which of the following network services or protocols uses CP/SAP port 22? Well done. Shish is right. A software or hardware used to prevent unauthorized access to the network. You're right. Firewall is correct. Which type of computer on a network provides something such as file space? Strong choice. Server is right. Which of the following best describes the prevailing network topology used? 4. You got it? Star fits. Devices that provide the connectivity to a WiMAX network are known as dash. Great thinking. Subscriber stations is right. A modem contained within a computer system unit is called add-and-dash modem. Good thinking. Internal is right. What type of environment has each computer keep its own security database? Good job. Workgroup works well. Which P2P network is also known as Apple's Zero Configuration Networking? You got it. Bonja fits. What network has the server placed in the center and the devices around it? Correct. Star is spot on.
A person who illegally breaks into others' computer system is known as Dash.
You're right. Hacker is correct. The rules that describe how clients and servers communicate across a network. Correct response. Protocols is accurate. The Advanced Research Projects Agency Network was better known as Dash what? Smart pick. ARPANET is correct.
What method is used to manage contention-based access on a wireless network?
Good job. SMACA works well. Software that can stop malware from entering a network, computer, or device. Bravo. Firewall is the answer. In OSI, which of the following layer provides error-free delivery of the data? Excellent choice. Transport is right. The Dash layer of Ethernet consists of the LELC sublayer and the MAC sublayer. Smart move. Datalink layer is accurate answer. A rule that identifies some aspect of how computers communicate on a network. Strong choice. Protocol is right. What is the most common unit of measurement used for computer screen display? Right choice. Pixels is best. A way for a computer to identify specific programs and manage their activity. Nicely done. Port is solid. The Internet Standard Protocol for sending emails from one computer to another. Sharp thinking. Email protocols is right. A network protocol for secure file transfer over secure shell is called. Exactly. F makes sense. What method of network security uses passwords, usernames, and authentication? Excellent. Access control is well reasoned. Dash manages the mapping between these logical addresses and physical addresses. Great thinking. Network is right.
Designed for quick and dirty jobs, this wireless network is very small Dash.
Good thinking. PAN is right.
What type of network can you set up that is another company's internal network?
Clear logic. Extranet is sound. The process of reconverting the encrypted data into a readable and usable form. Nice work. Decryption fits perfectly. Which portion of the network layer address does a router use to forward packets? Perfect. Network portion is the one. A network system that carry telephone calls over the data networks and internet. Nice selection. VoIP is correct. Dash provides control over the usage of mobile devices within a designated area. You chose geofencing, correct? Select the network layer where IP address packet number error check is completed. Great job. Internet layer is accurate. Dash video cameras can transfer video clips directly to the computer for editing. Right again. Digital is valid. Dash refers to software that controls network communications using a set of rules. Well done. Protocol is right. Software or a hardware device that filters information coming in to your computer. Valid point. Firewall is true. What method of network security uses CCTV cameras, door locks, and staff pass cards? On track. Physical security is correct. What device is used to protect one network from another by using filtering packets? Well picked. Firewall is correct. It helps keep data and equipment safe by giving only the appropriate people access. Well reasoned. Network security is correct. Which of these do you need to implement 802.1x authentication on a wireless network? Solid response. Radius is valid. What is the computer software used to prevent, detect, and remove malicious software? Right again. Antivirus software is valid.
What layer of the CP at protocol model determines the best path through the network?
Clear logic. Internet is sound. At which network layer are source or destination IP address information added to packets? Smart pick. Network is correct. Which protocol enables secure, real-time delivery of audio and video over an EP network? Nice work. Shruti fits perfectly. Network layer receives segment from transport layer, and the resulting PDU is called a dash. Good thinking. Packet is right.
Controlling access to a network by analyzing the incoming and outgoing packets is called.
Valid point. Packet filtering is true. A computer program designed to simulate conversation with human users over the internet. Solid response. Chatbots is valid. Software that performs a barrier between a potential attacker and the computer system. Perfect. Firewall is the one. A computer that delivers files forming web pages across a network to requesting clients. Correct. Web server is spot on. The arrangement of the various elements of a network. Well done. Network topology is right. Which Ethernet sublayer is responsible for communicating directly with the physical layer? You got it? MAC-fits.
An endpoint of an inter-process communication flow across a computer network is called dash.
Smart move. Socket is accurate answer. CB 2019, which E-standard covers the implementation of wireless personal area network. Well reasoned. 802.15 is correct. Processes the request, locates the requested information, and send the information to the client. Excellent. Server is well reasoned. Before data transmission begins, devices send messages to one another, completing a task called. Strong choice. Handshaking process is right. Which type of device provides warning of unauthorized attempts to access network? Answer choices. Great thinking. ADs is right. An organization that develops communication standards in electrical, computer, engineering, and related disciplines. Correct response. E is accurate. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. You're right. Contact Narayan Changda is correct.